My name is Leona Sanders, and I live in Madisonville, Texas. And I've been a smoker for 50 years. Started out like a pack a day or whatever, or not a pack a day, but later on a pack a day. And then I got up to like 2 packs. Well, about 3.5 years ago, I went in the hospital. I had pneumonia. And they told me, well, I didn't have COPD then, I don't think, but I had pneumonia. So they sent me home with some oxygen, but I only had to use the oxygen about January the 2nd, 2010. My feet turned purple. They took me on in and they said I had COPD after they examined me and everything, you know. And I was in there for 21 days in the hospital. And then they sent me to rehab and everything, you know, until I went about most of last year to rehab. And then it got worse. It seemed like I was doing better. I was, you know, at least could do a little bit of my work, and, you know, I couldn't do a lot. I couldn't bend over and do things good. So, and I'm a very active person otherwise. Got to where now I've been just staying in bed almost all the time, and if I get up and stand up, I'd lose my breath, and I'd have to sit down. So it just wasn't going to get no better. I knew I had to do something. And the doctors, they just kept giving me medicine. That's, you know, prescribed the medicine. And I'd get down to about 1 little 5 milligram of prednisone, and then they'd turn around and do it all over again, where I was taking like 4 tins a day, you know, of prednisone. And I'd take all of them, then back down again to 5, then I'd get to feeling bad again. So I just knew I'd do something. So Kimmy, my daughter Kim, she went on the computer and she found this place here in Mexico, Tijuana, and Stem Cell Research Institute. And I got up yesterday. I mean, I was doing a little dancing here. It's been so long since I felt like when I first woke up the next day, I thought, oh boy, I'm gonna get up and run around these walls, you know, because I thought that's what they meant. So I got up and I thought, well, I don't feel too much different, you know, except that my stomach was a little sore. And then that evening, I started feeling better. Last night, we was in here just clowning around, and I got up and I had those white hose, and I was doing a little dance, and you don't know how good it feels to
feel good.
To feel good. I mean, when you feel bad so long, especially an active person like me. I've never ever laid in bed all day in my whole life. I'll tell you, this last year has been like living in a cave, because it's either in the house in the bedroom or in the hospital in bed. And even I got to where I was embarrassed when the doctor would come in the hospital, because I would be in bed, and I thought, he probably thinks I'm just a lazy person, you know, just every time he comes in, I'm laying in bed. And I thought, I'm going to try to be awake, try to be up when he comes, you know, to see me. But you never know when the doctors are going to come in, so, you know, what are you going to do? This is honest God's truth. If you have anything wrong, at least check this out before you spend all that money on them doctors in the United States. I mean, you know, I'll probably get sued for that. I don't care. I don't have any money anyway, so I get sued. So you spend a lot of money on drugs, and it's your money. If you wanna do that, fine. If you wanna,
Feel better.
yeah, if you wanna
Get better.
get better instead of just, you know, then come here. Anything wrong with anything that, just at least call and talk to her.
How have we been treated since we've been here?
Oh, they treat us like we're royalty here. And
From any hospital staff to the doctors to the cafeteria people, they treat us with so much respect and just, oh my gosh, never, as much as we've spent time with her in the hospital staying with her, in the States, they don't even acknowledge hardly that you're there.
and here, you know, and there we got the insurance and everything. It's still, that's still cost.
No,
you know,
they're not as courteous. They're not.
I mean, if you, I highly recommend this place. I highly recommend it, and above all, you know, I've seen ads on TV, people talking, and I've seen things on the computer with people talking, and you're always thinking, oh yeah, I wonder how much they're getting paid to say that. You ever think that? But I am not an actor, and I'm not a liar. If I kid around and stuff like that, but I'm telling you, this is the truth, and that's
The last year and a half has just been hell. I mean, the doctors there pretty much gave us no other hope except for the fact that they had her on so much medication that, I mean, I saw my mom just getting more doped up all the time. She couldn't get from her bed to the bathroom, which was 5 steps maybe, without her oxygen going down to the lower 60s with her oxygen on. After the last pneumonia a few weeks ago, she spent 3 weeks in the hospital and 2 in a rehabilitation center. After that, everything was way worse than even the time prior. I got a piece of paper, the doctor gave us, you know, the medical records when I was researching about here, and I saw something that I really made me realize I needed to do something. It said end stage, final stage. And I thought, not my mom. I'm going to research and find it, and that's how I found this place. And seeing my mom since we've been here, just the treatment that they've given her and the medications that they've dropped from over in the United States has been the change of that, and the food they have fed her very healthy and taken such great care of her was phenomenal enough. But from the procedure, which was non-painful to her at all, I mean, she had a little bit of lipo, I think, that she's now happy about. But she, as of last night after the procedure, my mom was dancing around the room, and I would show you if she was in her underwear. So I can't. But I have not seen that or seen her spirit like this in about probably 2 years. And she's more clear. Her skin coloring is coming back. It was like they put life back into her, and I am so grateful. And I just want to add that we have never been treated as kind. I always heard it was not safe to come here. I have never felt this safe in the United States as I have felt here. I mean, we've had nothing but total respect.
You
and
realize we're going to come back here for anything, but then doctors ain't gonna take us no more.
anything that I ever would need for myself, my children, any member of my family, I would have no problems bringing them here. It would be my first choice. I just also wanted to add that Dr. Perez has been fantastic. He has visited with us regularly. You don't feel intimidated like he's, you know, this has just been fantastic. don't consider him
He's
just
like a friend.
Like a friend, yes. I mean, we are very happy with.
He takes all the time with you. He don't just come in and tell you something and leave.
Well, from the beginning, they wanted to know everything that you had experienced and why, and they listened. They didn't just, assume and go off and write her a prescription like so many. I mean, all the medication that she was on prior was just ridiculous. She didn't even need half of it, is what I'm figuring out now. I mean, it's wonderful. She twice got up without oxygen in the night and went to the bathroom, and that has never happened since all this horribleness has began. So, like I said, I mean, how often does the director of staff? How often do you get that kind of attention in a hospital? Do you get to actually
you might
speak?
sit in a room for an hour,
yeah, you
but you don't get a doctor.
You don't get a doctor, and to actually come and visit with you and get to know you before they just start assuming what's wrong and what to do. This. Don't waste your time anywhere else. If you have this disease, don't suffer. Don't suffer like I've watched her suffer. Do something. Come here and get your life back. Get your life. I got my mom back. It's a blessing. I wasn't ready to lose my mom, and as of a week ago, I didn't know if I was even going to be able to travel with her, and. Like I said, last night she's dancing around the room. I don't know what else to say other than that. Thank you, Dr. Perez.
Thank you, Dr. Perez.
Yeah.